is when we answer questions that were asked either through inboxing us or just like on the platform. And so today the question that I'm going to answer is, when do you apply to come to the US? Okay, so the first thing we want to know is to understand the US academic calendar. When does school actually start? Is it in January? Is it in December? Is it in June? So academic calendar for over 90% of universities, they start in the fall season. Fall season or autumn is around August, September. Okay, and then applications open a year before. Okay, so right now we are providing mentorship to those who want to start university in the US this year 2026 in August, September. Okay, and so applications had opened last year August, September, and a few of them have already started closing the admission. But there are still more schools that are still open for applications until June. June-ish, yeah, June. I'd say June is the last month, and so that's when you can apply. That means right now you should start applying if you haven't already applied. If you want to start school in this year, August, September 2026. And another thing to remember is that you actually don't need to be all done with your school. You can have one more year left. Why is that? Because they know that applications open so early that they have to say, okay, fine, you are early, so just submit whatever you have. Okay, and then once they admit you before school opens, just before school opens, they will ask you to then give them your final transcript. So like end of last year, I was able to mentor, not end of last year, in September, I was able to mentor someone from our community who is in Ndola, and he still had one more term to go at the university for his bachelor degree, applying for masters, and he just applied. I was like, no, let's go ahead, we'll apply. He applied, submitted. He actually went for the very first deadline, which is October 15th. That's the first deadline in the year, and he submitted like I think 5 days before the deadline, and they got back to him a few days later and they said, yes, we've been accepted. I was like, wow, that's amazing. That's actually my first mentee where on the first application he got it. Because this is the deal. University is competitive in Zambia, everywhere, and mostly in the US, because there are thousands of Americans who are applying. Then there are thousands around the world, so you're competing against all those people. So our strategy with everyone who everyone who have mentored, they receive at least 2 scholarships. And how is that? They have to we tell them to apply to at least to almost 10, 5 minimum, 10 average. Americans themselves, they actually apply to 20 universities. That's how many they apply to, and they're told. So we aim for 10, and everyone who has applied to 10 or over 5, they get at least 2 or 3. This one mentee who I mentored towards the end of last year, he only applied to 1, and he got that one. But we say you have to apply to so many, and so that is how you should apply. So now is the time to apply if you want to come to the US in this year in 2026. And then if you want to apply next year 2027, applications are not yet open. So right now but the key is it's better to start preparing now, because there are so many documents that you need. There's so much that you need to do. You have to collect all your transcripts, you have to collect letters of recommendation, you have to prepare documents and things like the visa and the travel. Like there's so much that you just can't say I'll do it in a weekend. You really can't do that. Okay, so hope that answers your question. Otherwise, in the next week and the rest of this month, we're excited to continue providing the mentorship. Please feel free to ask any questions that you may have, and more importantly, we can't wait for you to join us in the US. Bye.